Good morning. It's 6:40 something in the morning. Just got back from working out at the gym. And there's something that just keeps calling me to make a video. And I think that it's twofold. Number one is kind of documenting my journey and holding myself accountable, keeping myself accountable, because there's definitely some areas in my life that I'm working on that I want to get better at. But furthermore, or the second reason is to reach out and encourage those that are struggling, having a hard time seeing themselves accomplishing more than what they're accomplishing, having more than what they have, doing more than what they've done. And so that's what this video is going to be about this morning, is just to reach out and say, if I can do it, you can do it. And if others can do it, you can do it. One of the most critical pieces, and I think one of the pieces that so often is overlooked and missed, is that people make up their mind about how things are, and they get stuck. They get stuck in the mindsets, they get stuck in the habits and patterns, they get stuck in the relationships or the situations, the environments that make it so that they stop trying, or they stop dreaming, or they stop hoping for more or for something better. And if I could just start my video today off by saying that that's the first step. That if you want change, if you want something more, if you want something better, it starts with saying out loud, yep, that's exactly what I want. Because too many people are actually afraid of saying what they want. They're afraid of committing to it. They're afraid of saying, that would be nice even. And to whatever extent, whether they say, that would be nice, that's kind of a weak sauce one, versus like, I'm gonna do it. This will be mine. I will have this thing. And that resolution and that determination, I think too often we don't teach that very good. Or we don't practice it very good. Or there's something internally that causes us to not want to commit, or to be gun shy about it. And so, first of all, I think we've got to take some accountability and say, if we're stuck, it's because of me. It's because of yourself. You are stuck because you're either stuck in the philosophy or thought patterns, or the daily habits and routines, or the relationships or the environments that have you doing what you're doing, thinking the way you're thinking. And if you want change, it's pretty simple, actually. You just change those things that create your life. And it starts with your thoughts and your thought patterns and your thought habits. And so maybe if we peel that back another layer, there's this word called influence. And often we are influenced by what's around us. We're influenced by the people around us. We're influenced by the books we read, by the movies we watch, by our environments, by our relationships, by what we do. But ultimately, if we change those things, then we live in a world full of cause and effect. What is it called? Newtonian physics is all about cause and effect. That's what it's about. And we live in a world full of cause and effect, and yet I think so often we fail to understand cause and effect, or take accountability that we are the ones that caused our current situation by all the choices that we made over and over and over. And that if we want a different outcome, just like in science, you got to try new things. You got to do things differently. And the question then becomes like, what is the outcome that you want? What is the result that you're trying to get to? And whether it's Thomas Edison that's saying, I want this electricity to create light, that's the result, and I'm willing to try and fail and try and fail and try and fail until I find that outcome. Or whether that's you just saying, I want to make $100,000, and you try and fail and try and fail and try and fail, and then you figure it out. You figure out how to do it. But too often we get stuck. We get stuck, and mostly we get stuck by saying, actually, I said I wanted to make $100,000, but then I decided, actually, that's too hard. Or I said I wanted to make $100,000, but I just don't think I could ever get there because I feel discouraged right now. And it's okay. I'm still a good person. And we lose sight of what we thought we wanted. We lose sight of what's important. And guys, I'm just using examples. I don't think money's everything. That's not what I'm trying to say. But what I am trying to say is that if you want something, and if you want it bad, if you want it badly enough, I think E.T., Eric Thomas says, if you want it as bad as you want to breathe, if you're willing to scratch and fight and crawl and do pretty much whatever it takes to breathe, I think there's a key here that too many people are missing. And they numb themselves to the fact that they can have what they want to have or accomplish what they want to accomplish. And they give up on those goals and they give up on those dreams because it wasn't that important to them. So maybe take some time and sort out what is important to you. Why? Why is that important to you? And how important is it to you? Because if you don't have all that stuff sorted out, then when the going gets tough and when the obstacles are rough and it's harder than you thought it would be, I think you're going to get stuck. And the best way is to get unstuck and to get to your destination is to decide where your destination actually is. Nope, I'm going to end up here. I don't care if I got a flat. I don't care if I got stuck in a bog. I don't care. I'm going to get to my destination. Watch me. Help me. Or get out of the way. That seems abrasive. And I guess sometimes it can be. But there's a great poem by, I think, Edgar Guest is his name. And he says something like, you are the fellow that has to decide whether you'll do it or toss it aside. You are the one that makes up your mind, whether you'll lead or linger behind, whether you'll go for the goal that's afar or just be content to stay where you are. Take it or leave it, there's something to do. Just think it over, it's all up to you. What do you wish? And it goes on, and I don't remember the rest of it, but I love those words because it's basically saying, look, you are where you are. You have what you have. You're getting the results you're getting because you decided that. You came up with that story or those excuses or the continual decision to do the same things over and over and be with the same people over and over and to stay in the same environment over and over. And it's James Allen that says that when you learn that as a human being, you're able to cause an effect rather than just be the victim of other effects and other things outside your world causing you to change. When you realize that, some magic starts to happen. When you realize that you're the one that makes decisions about what time you get up and what you eat and who you hang out with and the books you read and the music you listen to or the podcasts you listen to and the everything. And that if you'll just begin to change those inputs, pretty soon you start to change your outputs too. It's crazy to me that too many people, they think I want to create this outcome, and this outcome requires certain ingredients. But then they put in bad ingredients, and they think they're going to come out with a good outcome. It's like if you were going to make a pie, and you wanted an apple pie, just like your grandma's apple pie, and you put in apples and you put in crust, but then you also put in paprika and you put in Cajun seasoning. No offense, but your pie would probably turn out pretty crappy. And often I think we do that to ourselves. We know what ingredients are required for an apple pie. We know what ingredients are required for us to accomplish what we want to accomplish, whether it's losing weight or having a better relationship or making more money or whatever it is, but we fail to omit the ingredients that would wreck it, that would make it not turn out the right way. I see this all the time at work. People say, I want to be positive, I want to get positive results, but then they put in negative results. They want to be hardworking, but then they put in lazy and distracted. And if we can begin to understand that you are where you are and you have what you have because of the ingredients that you're pouring in, then we learn that we can change. We can change those ingredients. We can change what we're reading. We can change what we're watching. We can change the friendships that we have, and we can change the relationship that we have to our boss and to our work. And when we do those things, we change our outcomes. And so that's my quest, I suppose. That's why I'm going to keep making these videos, is because, guys, I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. I don't have the results that I'm looking for yet. But I can tell you, from where I was to where I am, I've seen a big difference. I've seen some big changes. And it all started with saying, I don't want it to be the way it was. I want it to be this way. And then begin on that path and begin on that journey towards where we want it to go. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep documenting these. I get it. My videos are long. If that's a problem, then I guess don't watch them. But I hope that I've been able to reach out and encourage somebody, just one, to do better and to be better. Thanks for watching. I'm out.